Guys, welcome back to my channel. So I hope everybody's been doing great and having a wonderful weekend and enjoying life. Guys, today we are going to jump into another foundation review, and this is the Cover Proof Foundation by Wunder2. It looks like this. Guys, this has many claims. It states that you're going to have the miracle skin in under 2 minutes. That is broad claims, guys. Water transfer resistant, full coverage, 24-hour wear, flawless skin. So it really is claiming a lot. Now, one of the downsides to this foundation is there's only 3 shades. So if you're not within those range, and like especially with me, I am very yellow undertoned and have combo skin, so it's really hard to find a good foundation for my skin because I pull more to olive than yellow, but obviously I have to go with yellow undertones because not too many foundations create olive tone besides the Fenty Beauty. And the RCMA foundation also has an olive undertone. So I really love those products. Again, guys, I primed my face with the Fenty Beauty Primer. Absolutely love it. Now, guys, I'll show you when we get started in here. It's a pump foundation, so really good. But the packaging kind of feels very cheap and plasticky. But other than that, it does have a pump, so that's a good point. But I'm going to show you guys, it is a very thick foundation, and this color is probably going to be a little too dark for me. If I end up loving this foundation, I will have to end up mixing the first and the second shade together. This shade is the N40 Medium Dark. So they have one lighter and one darker. So it's really hard to find your perfect shade in that. There's the consistency. It's pretty liquidy, but it dries very quick, and it's kind of more of a thicker foundation, even though it has some liquidiness to it. So I'm going to go ahead and dot this, guys, on my face. It has absolutely no scent, so that's a pro for this foundation, because I know many people have a lot of sensitivities to smells. So many people don't like to have a scent to their foundation. And I'm just going to dot this on. And this side, guys, I'm going to go in with my beauty blender, and this side with my foundation brush. So I'm just going to take the beauty blender and start just pressing that in, just bouncing it back and forth using bouncing motion. And we'll see if this foundation builds. But like I said, it puts out a lot of claims, so we'll see how this wears throughout the day. Keep in mind, it is the middle of October, and I live in Florida, and it's about 90 degrees outside right now, so it's very hot and very humid. So it will get a really good wear test with this to see how this holds up and if it is water and sweat proof. It's a pretty good color match for me, as you guys can see. But as you guys can see, it's not covering all of the pigment yet. You can still see some of my freckles coming through. Alright, guys, so that's the Wunder2 foundation with one layer on the beauty blender. Now we're going to do the other side, and we're going to use my Miko brush to use on this side to apply the foundation and see what kind of application we get with that. Again, just patting that in just a little. And this is the foundation brush I'm going to use. You guys know I truly love this. And again, I am just going to stipple this in using bouncing stippling motions because I don't like to rub my foundation, because with the stippling motion you gain a lot more coverage, and you're not moving the product around. A lot of times when you swirl or buff in your foundation, instead of placing that foundation, you're just moving it. So you're not going to get that flawless, smooth, even coverage that you're looking for. Now I am going to tell you, with the brush, even though I'm using stippling motions, it's wanting to grab to the thing. It's to the brush. It's almost sticky feeling, is what I would call it, and you can feel it onto the head of the brush. It's very blendable. It's easy to apply. But like I said, with the Beauty Blender, you had no stickiness or roughness with it. Now with the brush head, you can feel it wanting to adhere and stick to the hairs of the brush, which causes it to drag a little bit when you're when you have that stickiness upon application. So it is a little harder to buff that in with the brush versus the Beauty Blender. Now again, this is the Beauty Blender one layer, and this is with the brush. It's very sticky, extremely sticky. So I'm definitely going to have to set this because it's like a wet sticky. So we will see. So I'm going to go back in. I have to get a couple more squirts out of the bottle, pumps. Guys, again, I want to go ahead and tell you guys, I do apologize for being gone for a couple weeks. As you guys know, my daughter had her tonsils out, so I really had to take some time to focus on her. Again, I'm going to go in on the Beauty Blender with the Beauty Blender on this side, and I just applied just a couple drops where I want to build that additional coverage, where I have those loss of pigment. Because if you have aging or mature skin, you don't want to continue to build your product, especially where you have your lines, because then you'll just start getting a cake, and it will look very cakey and dry and unnatural. Guys, this foundation, it's very sticky. Maybe as it warms up with my skin, it will feel better, but right now I definitely can feel it. It's not a light coverage feeling. It's not heavy, but it's sticky, so you can definitely tell you have a foundation on. And this is with the second layer with the Beauty Blender, guys. So it is building up. It's building up nicely. It's not adhering to dry, patches or anything like that. So it is building. It's got a slight bit of a glow. This is definitely not matte. And I have combo skin, so I'm dry on the outer perimeter of my face. And I get very oily throughout the day in my T-zone, which is very typical with so many different skins. Combo skin is very popular. I think many people have combo skin. So it's definitely not grabbing any of those dry areas though. It's hard to drag it down your neck because of the wet stickiness to it. It's definitely got a nice slight glow to it though. And it is blending nice. Okay guys, so this is the second layer with the brush. And as you guys can see, it is accentuating my lines. Which is just something I truly try to stay away from, because I don't want to accentuate those lines. Okay, guys, so we're going to see how the concealer overlays with it. And I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. And then I'm going to jump off and finish the rest of my makeup. But I definitely want you guys to see how product's going to layer over this, because that is of high importance to me, is how other products layer. And then we'll come back in a little while and do some check-ins and let you guys see how this is holding up throughout the day. I'm just bringing that concealer on up onto the eyelid to get that ready and primed for my eyeshadows. It's wanting to almost grab the product. It is blending in okay, but definitely still wet, definitely still sticky feeling. Even though the other products are blending pretty decent on top of it, you can definitely tell that you have something underneath that. We'll see how it wears once I set this, because this is definitely one you want to set. It's almost making my concealer separate, where you can see a line. Here's the concealer where it normally blends just like butter into the foundation. And with this foundation, you can kind of still see where my foundation and my concealer separates. And like I said, most of the time with my foundations, my concealers blend right in with it. So, not sure how I feel about this yet. I can tell you now, though, it's definitely not full coverage, guys. As you guys can see, it's still showing a lot of my loss of pigment coming through. It's really making my concealer almost look cakey. And I'm just going to use some of the Airspun, Coty Airspun with a velour to set my face, because I definitely want to set this, like I said. So we'll see. And again, I'm just patting that in. I don't want to disturb nothing. I don't want to move nothing around. So I'm just going to set and bake where I highlighted with that concealer, and then go back in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus finishing powder for the rest of the face on the perimeter. Okay, guys, so this is it. This is with it baking. 2 layers. It did build up nicely, no problem. It is still sticky where I did not set it, so I'm going to finish that and apply the rest of it, guys. And I'll be back in just a little bit to give you guys my final thoughts and let you know how it wore through the day. See you soon, guys. Okay, guys, so I'm back. I'm about 9 hours in, and guys, I have got to take this off. Done. I'm done. I'm done. Guys, it held up really well throughout the day, as you can see. But as I used the Tarlet on my eyes, and as I was trying to apply it, if you remember, I went over it with the foundation and then with the Maybelline concealer, which I use all the time. It was really hard to get a nice smooth blend because it was wanting to grab. Even after I powdered, guys, it still remained sticky. It was like a wet, sticky feel. So when I went to apply everything, it did not want to go on effortlessly and blend like butter. It really dragged on that brush as I was trying to blend my products. So guys, as you can see, it's not a full coverage foundation. It does wear a very long time, But I'm telling you now, this will be a major pass for me. I love their eyebrow products. Amazing eyebrow products, guys. But this foundation is just sticky. It's like playing with sticky putty. It's really, really sticky, guys. Longevity, like I said, very good. No scent. Like you can see, it really accentuated any of my lines, my pores, even though I used a very good pore filling primer, the Fenty Beauty. It really accentuated those, and 9 hours in and it still has not dried out. So guys, give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe down below. Hit the notification bell. And each time I upload, you guys will be notified. Let me know down below if you guys are going to give this a try. Again, guys, I did not mention earlier, but this is $30 plus shipping for this 1 ounce foundation. Leave me down below if you guys are going to try this or give it a pass. And if you have tried it, let us know what kind of skin combo you are and how it worked out on you. Like I said, I'm combo skin, and it's not good. It picked up every dry patch. But guys, that's it today. That's the Wunder2 Foundation. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.